Alright, this is Demonocalypse with what is technically part 2 of this first section, I guess. Maybe I typed that in wrong. But anyways, tank, World of Tanks versus TankAce. Uh, right now we're going through the TankAce portion, as you can probably tell. As you can see, I haven't been playing for that long, and they finally added tooltips. That's good. Uh, okay, I'm glad they added tooltips because I never knew what the heck those were for. But anyways, I started playing 3 weeks ago. Basically every single night when I loaded this up in the morning, just to check stuff out. Um, well, don't know what that bar's for either. But yeah, there was just an update last night. There's a lot of new stuff added, but I'll try to go over the same things that I went over in the World of Tanks, and if I miss anything, I'll try to put them in a different video. But this is kind of what I meant by the open world thing. I wouldn't really call it open world, and I'd call this wasted space. It's really useless, and it's kind of like the inventory system they had for Fable 3. It it just wastes a lot of time. I mean, I don't want to run over this guy to check my stats and then run over to this guy to check on a broken quest that I can probably still do, but this quest is broken. You can just keep on earning in, but that's one thing over this game over World of Tanks is there are some quests, but they're mostly useless. Uh, well, let's just check out some of the first things that I showed in World of Tanks. But the graphics options, there aren't really any. There's no option to turn off. There's option to turn off shadow effects and caterpillar tracks, but there's no increase in texture resolution. Uh, F just I think these control a lot of things, but the problem is that once in a while you just want to turn off one section of it, but that's about it. Um, okay, human data. I think this port. I haven't chosen a nation yet, so I'm not that far in the game. But I think this area is for crewmen for your tanks. Like I said, I haven't gotten that far, so commander skill. Let's stick that in firearms. But the commander skill, these do something, but they don't do anything in actual battle. All they do is allow you to get these upgrades here. Right now, I have the ability to use high explosive shells. Unfortunately, the high explosive shells do not fire in this game. With how many patches they're putting out and how many additions they're putting into the game, I'd say I wouldn't have. This should still be in closed beta, if not late alpha. It just isn't far enough along, but I will give them credit. It is a fun game. It just has a lot. It just has some problems that should have been solved a long time ago. Um, these are the tanks you can get. These are all the starter tanks. The stuff in red here is the gun power, elevate gun, and turret. Spinning speed of turret, you can go 360 degrees in 12 seconds. Elevation plus 25 degrees, minus 10 degrees. Shell speed. Uh, yeah, these shell speeds are ridiculously slow. 510 mini shell speeds were in thousands of meters during the late war, except if they were like large barreled howitzers. But they relied on high explosive more than anything else, so it didn't matter. And even then, they never went that slow. The stuff in blue here is the armor, if I understand it correctly, and it doesn't do anything. Damage does damage, and it's a complete gamble whether you're going to penetrate it or not. I'll get to penetration and stuff when I get into the gameplay portion of this. Average speed, acceleration, agility. All tanks have different ones. They kind of did that right. Um, agility, I believe, is mostly turning speed. So while this is the fastest, it can't turn as much. Vitality is how much health the tank has, if I understand it correctly. It was kind of wonky because I believe it was last week on Monday, they did an update. Before it said 2,000, now it says 4,000. Don't know if they doubled it or if they're just showing the true amount. The interior structure, from what I can tell, is the durability of the tank. If I can just run over here, this is worthless. They really shouldn't have put this in. Menu. Okay. Mark camouflage repair. Okay, all tanks have a maximum durability. Since this is a starter tank, none of the durability goes down. Once you actually buy a tank, the durability will go down, and there's a chance that your maximum durability will go down, which means eventually you're going to have to rebuy the tank. I don't think that was a good idea at all. I just don't see the point. If there's durability that's degrading, yeah, I can kind of see a reason for that. But degrading maximum durability, why? It shouldn't have been put in. Like I said earlier in one of my earlier videos, if you know more about that than I do, please tell me. I am not adverse to being told I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, inventory. No, I think tank maintenance. Okay, this is a tank maintenance screen. As far as I can tell, there's no way to switch guns. There's no way to switch turrets. There's no way to switch engines. There's no way to switch tracks. I don't know. I know that this is supposed to be a different game, and it's set up differently. Like, one of the things I do like a lot is these ablative armor plates that you can buy. Basically, you just buy them, stick them on your turret, and they usually add 200-300 extra HP to that area so that they take the brunt of the damage. I cannot say, know that eventually they get up into higher and higher tiers. They're completely expendable, though. They cost 5,000 per 50, so 100 each, and that's fairly good. I could probably show you that after the combat section, but they added this thing called an SP shop. I have really no idea what the heck these things do. Okay. Like, after battle, you get things called booty boxes, which are basically just anything you can pick up after the battlefield. I got B rank booty boxes I can just show you right now. But I guess these were designed to offset, well, you don't make crap for money in this game from a battle. The most I've ever made is 900. And, well, it's probably because it's a low-tier battle, but it still doesn't make any sense why make only that much. This is really tedious. They need to put an open all button here, but I don't even see the point of these. Just give me the raw materials. You don't have to give me a box that I have to pay to open, because it kind of defeats the purpose of them entirely. It's the only reason for booty boxes that I can see is to offset their piss poor design choice of making sure you can't make any money on battles. You have to make money on the battle, open a booty box, and make money off of that. Like earlier yesterday, I had tried to record this before, I had gotten 6 of these coins. The coin is worth 1,000 ace each. So, you sell them, and that's basically how you make money in this game. You just collect items, and you sell them. But some of this stuff, it's really cheap. Some of the stuff, the only way you can really make money is if you get the coins. But there is something that is kind of good. Because shells, you get basically 3 types of shells. One is completely free. Well, 3 slots for shells anyways. One is completely free. Oops, wrong button. But 3 slots for shells. One is completely free, and then you can make other shells. You need gunpowder, fuses, and metals. You get C rank metal processing. Basically, you get the C rank, you get the metal piece, and then you get the processing sheet, which costs a lot for one sheet, and then you make a shell by getting these other blueprints. Why can't you just give us a recipe that we can keep rather than a blueprint? As far as I know, there's blueprints that have been around since the 1800s that we're still using for some stuff. Or they're just still around that we can look at. Why are they used up? I don't know. Make them more expensive and make them permanent. It's like, they probably put that in the premium shop just because it'd be simpler. But, really, that's it right now for this area. I mean, there isn't a lot here. I'll just show you the battlefield screen because I don't want to start that off with the... But one of the things is you get PvE missions. Basically, it's you against NPCs, as everyone knows. You can bring friends along with you. Don't, because it's kind of boring shooting at NPCs that really don't have much programming, and they can't do damage to me in most cases. And having a buddy there to shoot, basically walking turrets. I've never been into an occupation mission as of yet because you need to be a certain rank, and right now the only way to get that rank is to actually join a nation. I have not joined a nation yet, so I cannot go in. But that's it for now. I will follow this up with a video of gameplay, 2 gameplay videos, just like, well, I hope I'll be able to get 2 gameplay videos because these matches can run a ridiculously long time. If I get into this match late, the 50s usually take about, let's say 15 minutes or so. Usually less, but basically battlefield tickets depend upon how many, what level your tank is. Right now I have a level 2 tank. That means every time I die, I take 2 off. So if I died first, it'd go down to 48. And people with the higher level tanks, that's how many tickets they get taken off. But okay, thanks for watching this. Stay tuned for the next video.